And speaking of that holiday weekend, we are coming up on President's Day, and police are pleading with people to be vigilant. It's also Valentine's Day, of course, tomorrow. Near record numbers of fatalities were reported on the roads last year, including some 53 pedestrians who were hit and killed. It's a threat to your safety that we're examining this week in a special series we call Fading Crosswalks. News 3's John Trainer is heading up our investigation. And John, last night you talked about a failing infrastructure.
Yeah, Jessica, we're right here around the corner from the station at one of those crosswalks, but you might have a hard time seeing it because it's fading so badly. This is just one of the things the experts are looking at here. We've seen the problem firsthand, answers though hard to come by. What is causing dozens of deaths on our streets, and how do we fix it? Between October and December of last year, less than 3 months, 15 people were hit and killed just walking.
Please put a crossroad, in lights, because so many people have gotten hurt right here and no one has done anything about it.
We've talked to the experts, drove all over town looking at a deadly problem when we ran into a problem ourselves. When we talked to police, politicians, advocates, even pedestrians, none of them seemed to know what the cause is. The most common thought we got was that pedestrians aren't using crosswalks.
Is your life really worth the risk to get to the other side of the road?
The most important thing that we look for is pedestrians to use the crosswalks.
Everything should be preventable.
And police statistics back that up. Of the close to 57 pedestrians killed last year, 80% they say were at fault, which means many weren't in a crosswalk. We wanted to see for ourselves, and on the second day of our story, we got a call that a pedestrian had been hit on Flamingo. So we went less than a mile away to Maryland Parkway and set up our cameras. It took just 5 minutes to spot a woman stuck in the middle of the street. Then another. After 5 people in 25 minutes...
Hey, can we ask you a question, man?
We just had to ask.
People do it all the time?
I know. I mean, it wouldn't take long for me to take a minute to go over there and walk around, you know? But just because it saves time and energy, people jaywalk.
Brad Fernandez knows it isn't safe, and really it's just lazy. We were 20 yards away at a crosswalk when we spotted him. But he shared something else, a fear he says is common among walkers.
They don't even look for pedestrians. They're not even looking at the road, if anything, to be honest.
Do you feel safe in the crosswalks around here?
No, I don't.
Safety advocate and UNLV researcher Aaron Breen isn't surprised. While you hope people use crosswalks, many, she says, move 30 yards away or more just for safety.
A lot of pedestrians feel safer. They're wrong, but they feel safer crossing 20 yards out of a crosswalk.
Giving people kind of
a buffer to jump out of the way.
How dangerous can they be? Well, we spent a day just walking across streets, and both my cameraman Chris Jones and I almost got hit. Chris first, and then me halfway through his shoot on Bruce Street. Drivers just weren't looking for us, only looking at the light. So what's the plan here? How do we fix this? The mayor says police are understaffed, infrastructure changes are being looked at. So now we are left with education.
Stop pointing the finger this way, point it this way. What can I do? How can I be effective? What can I help with? How can I help my child learn? And then my child can spread the word.
Now, the city is close to finishing a traffic safety study. We're told results there will be available in a few weeks, and hopefully answers will be in there as well. They will look at everything, including infrastructure, which might mean some new crosswalks across the area. John Trainer, News 3.
All right, John, thank you.